Schedule every minute of your day. All right, so I'm going to break this down for you. You've heard this like a million times in self-improvement. People telling you to go and schedule every hour of your day, make a list of what you're going to do, but it didn't work for you. Let this one time that I'm going to explain it for you, let this time be the one that it's going to stick in your head. I want you to not have to hear this over and over, because scheduling your day is much more important than you think, okay? So we all run on autopilot. You wake up in the morning, you're waiting for that call from your boss, you're waiting for the text to tell you go and do this, go and do that. You're just acting in defensive mode. You're waiting for things to happen to you. So I want you to stop this defensive mode. Start being more offensive. Strike, but go do stuff, right? Be in offensive mode. Don't just wait for things to happen. Okay, and how do you start? I think the first thing you can do to be more offensive is schedule every minute of your day. Okay? Let me break this down. So let me tell you what I do to schedule my day. I go to Notes app on my phone, on my computer, create a schedule, create a little table. On the left, I have the time that I'm gonna do the task, and on the right, the task. And it's a little bit more than that. What I do is I create blocks. And so instead of writing, oh, I'm gonna brush my teeth for 5 minutes and then I'm gonna go, it's a little bit of extreme side, but a lot of people do this. They make the mistake of writing all these fine details, and it just takes them a long time and they get upset that they don't follow it. So instead, I want you guys to create blocks. So create a morning routine block if you have one, of at least 30-minute blocks. So that makes sure you don't do all these 5-minute stuff, like go take out the trash can. That's nonsense. So make sure you do that. Create like a morning routine block and just create blocks. So that way your day is more organized. And on the left of the table, I want you guys to write how long it'll take. And on the right, you could be like morning routine and then specify the task. So I'm gonna meditate, gratitude session, stuff like that. And then you can keep going. And what I do personally, which works for me, you can do this on the day before or the day of. I personally prefer to do it the day before. I plan it out. I plan what kind of blocks I'm gonna have. For example, I have a morning routine, got a little bit of assignment, so I'm gonna write work or school assignment block, and so on. So you get the point. Start doing this today. If you don't do this already, go out, create a notes, open your Notes app, create a new note, and start creating this table that I'm talking about. Really not that hard. Plan your day in advance, okay? Just make sure when you're doing this, we sometimes tend to underestimate how long things will take. So make sure and you're gonna play around with it, right? It's a process. You're gonna learn how long things take, how long your routine is gonna take. You're gonna play around with it, you're gonna adjust it. It's not gonna be perfect. And that kind of leads me to the next thing, that issues are just gonna come up, right? Your schedule, I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be screwed up. You're gonna create the schedule the night before, and you're gonna go into the day being like, this is gonna work. And things are gonna happen. Life happens, right? You're gonna get a call. Things just happen. But the biggest thing that I think I learned from this is to be aware that things happen and your schedule won't be perfect. And once it gets screwed up, and I'm telling you right now, it is gonna be, then go to your notes app or whatever, or you're writing it down on paper and readjust it, right? Readjust the times that you're gonna do X activity and change it up. So you could be doing this like 10 times a day. You could be readjusting your schedule 10 times a day. It doesn't matter, right? At least you're keeping an eye on a schedule and you're making sure you're following as best as possible. You're making sure you're following it. And so there's this paradox, right? That people say. They say that they give the argument of, why would I want to schedule my day? I'm going to lose freedom. I'm going to, I won't have the ability to be so spontaneous in my day, and, do all these random stuff during the day. My friend calls me. I can't hang out with him if I have this schedule, right? So here's something I want to address once and for all. This paradox, it's completely, nonsense. Scheduling your day, although it sounds counterintuitive, gives you more freedom. It gives you the ability to be more creative, more innovative. And simply said, it allows you to do more of your deep work than shallow work. And what do I mean by that? This is a term coined in Deep Work by Cal Newport. Very recommended book. What he speaks about in the book, he talks about the paradox as well. Deep work is basically work that only you can do. And additionally, it's work that brings you more value, more output to your life. And it's cognitively demanding and so on. And so shallow work, almost the opposite, is these tasks that are not demanding of you. Everyone can do it. Everyone can replicate you. Stuff like sending emails, checking your Instagram DMs, replying to stuff like that. Even though it seems maybe productive, everyone can do it. And so your goal with scheduling, and what scheduling really does for you, is it makes sure that you're allowing more time for your deep work and lowers the amount of shallow work that you have, right? Because if you're scheduling all these blocks, like work block and so on, and morning routine, you're gonna have less time to check your email, to go on your Instagram, because you're gonna be like, I have to follow the schedule. And that's at least what I want you guys to do. You want to follow it as best as possible. And so that's the benefits of scheduling your day. You're allowing less time for these shallow tasks to pop out. And so even if, let's say, some rare event happens, which sounds very good at the moment, like your friend hits you up and it sounds very good, and let's say you actually do want to see the friend, it's very important to you, then it doesn't matter. You could still see the friend, right? You could readjust your schedule after to make it work. So the argument of people saying that scheduling your day doesn't give you freedom, or you lose your freedom, is just wrong. And so I want you to understand that scheduling your day is more beneficial to you than you even think. And I'm going to tell you right now, this video is also a reminder to me, because I'm also not perfect with these kind of scheduling your time stuff. Things just happen, and it won't be perfect, and you have to understand that and try your best to schedule every day. Although you're going to understand very quickly that it won't be perfect again, but do your best. And I really think you can do it. And just follow along with what I said. Start today. Create your schedule for tomorrow or for the rest of the day, and keep doing that. Make it a habit. And I will do that as well with you. Peace.